Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. Today we're going to talk about something that every gamer with a decent PC needs to know about. Salad. Not that salad, this salad. If you've got even just a decent computer that sits idle for any amount of time, this app might be your new best friend. Salad lets you share your PC's unused resources for compute tasks and earn rewards like gift cards, games, and even cash via PayPal, Venmo, and more. It sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Tons of people are earning passive income with Salad. Today we'll go over what Salad is, how it works, real earnings potential, pros and cons, and some tips to maximize your profits. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I've got tons of crypto content. I'll scroll through what I've been up to lately on the screen real quick, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. First off, what exactly is Salad? Salad was founded as a way to democratize cloud computing. Salad is a distributed GPU cloud platform that connects idle consumer GPUs from around the world to power AI, machine learning, and other heavy compute tasks. It's like Airbnb for your graphics card. When your PC is sitting idle, Salad rents out its processing power to businesses needing affordable compute resources. So how often do GPUs get rented out? Well, today on Salad's X account, they posted they have massive demand for certain GPUs. They have over 900 open container jobs that would be immediately filled if you flipped your computer on and pointed it towards Salad. They currently need over 250 RTX 3090s, 200 RTX 4070 Ti Supers, 200 RTX 4080s, and 250 RTX 4090s. AI and compute power is very valuable, as you can see from their needs. And right now, many companies throughout the world are willing to pay top dollar to rent it from you. On the user side, you're part of a community called Salad Chefs. Salad Chefs are composed of thousands of gamers or people who have built purpose-built Salad rigs. The company behind it, Salad Technologies, emphasizes sustainability by using latent compute power to reduce environmental impact and challenge big cloud monopolies like AWS and Google Cloud. Both sides win with Salad because the business that needs compute power will get it at a reduced cost when compared to the alternative. And for you, the person providing the compute power, it's all about passive income. You run the app, let it work in the background, and redeem your earnings for various rewards paid out in gift cards, Steam games, PayPal, Venmo, the list goes on. Now let's break down how Salad actually works. Salad's app runs containerized workloads on your GPU or CPU when your PC is idle. These are virtualized environments, meaning they're isolated and pose no threat to your system, no viruses, no data leaks, things like that. Earnings depend on four main factors. Number one, how powerful is your computer and especially your graphics card? Of course, better graphics cards usually will earn more money. Number two is job availability. As I said earlier, if you have any of the graphics cards that I mentioned earlier in the video, then currently it's like shooting fish in a barrel. You just turn the rig on, point it towards Salad, and you're gonna get a job. Three, how long have you ran the app? If Salad sees that you are easily and readily available consistently, then you will likely get picked for jobs first. Four, of course, market conditions. They play a role. Demand for AI compute could be very heavy at times, but then could taper off temporarily if a large job is completed and new jobs don't take their place. The app automatically selects the most profitable jobs and estimates your 24-hour earnings in real time. You can pause or stop anytime, and it only runs when your PC is idle. There's no need to worry about managing crypto wallets or worry about seed phrases. Everything's handled in the app, easy peasy. When you go to sleep at night, why not let your computer earn you some extra cash? That's the definition of passive income. Another option you have is to build a dedicated rig for earning Salad. That's what I plan to do because I have hardware from my GPU mining days sitting around doing nothing, and I want to repurpose that hardware and get it back to earning me passive income. Let's run through a few easy steps and get you set up so you can run Salad yourself at home. First, you need to go to salad.com/download and then download this file right here. Now, here's one of the tips I wanted to tell you about. For optimal performance, they recommend NVIDIA GPUs 3060 or later paired with a 4-core or higher CPU. You'll also need at least 12 gigabytes of RAM to work their most profitable jobs. So I have another video where I built a rig out of Amazon Prime parts, and I'll be trying this out with probably like a 3070 Ti that I have. I used it for like editing. I've used it for mining. Right now it's just sitting on my shelf, so I might give that a shot. So keep an eye on my channel for future videos where I'm testing out different rigs and different GPUs where I'm going to try to mine some Salad. Okay, I've downloaded Salad, and here is the file right here. So we're going to open that up. Okay, we downloaded Salad, we open up the file, it's installed itself, and now we're going to reboot the computer. Okay, we downloaded the Salad app, we ran it, we rebooted the computer, and here we are. It's sitting on my desktop. Let's click into it and see what we got. Okay, it's prompting me to log in. So don't forget, use the code greater if you're going to set up your account on Salad. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I clicked into that, logged in. It says, great job, chef. Salad is running on your PC. Open it by clicking the Salad tray icon, and it's prompting me to set up my PC. It also let me know that my PayPal was linked appropriately. So you would be linking your PayPal to this if you want to get paid out on PayPal. All right, so I click Setup PC, and it knows what I've got in this rig. So it says, Salad is a marketplace, which means your earning potential can vary based on supply and demand. Let's look at what you'd stand to earn with your specs. So I have a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, and right now my GPU is in low demand. Now, this is probably because it's a 12 gigabyte card. I've seen, like I said earlier, on X3090s, things like that with higher gigabyte. A VRAM is probably going to get you more money. It's saying my system RAM is 65 gigs. That's sufficient RAM to run most workloads. Of course, that's, pretty good amount of RAM. So for the GPU, it's not the optimal GPU for Salad, but this is my editing PC. I don't need a 4090 to edit videos. I wanted to do this on my editing PC because I wanted to show you like the screen record and everything like that. So earning potential of your system is currently under low demand. It says I could make up to 13 cents an hour, and that's probably if I keep it running consistently. So I'll be building a rig more specifically for these types of jobs. So let's go ahead and click continue. And then you can set up some things like getting notified. These are some tips that I want to share with you. You can get notified if your GPU is in high demand. So some common settings, these are more tips for you guys. Let Salad automatically select the best performing workloads for your PC. That probably sounds like a reasonable thing to do if you want it to be somewhat passive. And then you can also configure workloads manually. I encourage you to look through this if you're going to get more advanced, if you want to build a rig specifically for Salad. But for now, I want this to be easy setup guide, and I want it to be for someone that just wants to let it run in the background like when you're sleeping. So let's hit continue. Now, this is where it gets kind of fun because you can pick a reward from Salad store and put your earnings to work. It says learnings, but I think they mean earnings. Redeem perks like Discord Nitro, Steam gift cards, and more from the Salad store. So let's go ahead and select a target reward. And right now, I feel like I'm kind of just interested in PayPal. I would just like to get some cash from this. There's a lot of different ways you can do this, though. You can get Amazon gift cards, Discord Nitro, prepaid MasterCards, and then you can check out the store if you want something different. I'm going to go ahead and click on the $5 PayPal reward, and it says $5.99. So I'm assuming that there is some sort of fee with PayPal. So if you're looking to make a little bit more money and not lose that 99 cents, just another tip for you, select something else from the store where there isn't so much of a fee. There's a lot of other options, like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and target this reward. I wanted to do a low payout because I kind of want to see how this goes. I'll let it run in the background on my editing PC. I do use this quite a bit throughout the day, but I'm curious to see how much money I can make and how long it would take for this to run up to $5.99 so I can redeem the PayPal $5 reward. So I'll be doing videos like this in the future where I'm testing out different ways you can earn money with your PC, and maybe, like I said, I'll build a rig dedicated to Salad, see how I do on some older hardware, and use that mining rig that I told you about that I built from Amazon, maybe slap the 3070 Ti in there and see how I do. So let's go ahead and target this reward. We'll click on that, and there we go. So now we have it targeted. You can remove it if you change your mind. The other thing we need to do, we're going to click finish setup. It says once you finish whitelisting Salad, click the tray icon to open Salad, then click play to start earning. So it's down here in your tray, so you guys know how to access it, turn it off, turn it on. So let's hit finish setup. Okay, I clicked finish setup. It says container environment update. Salad needs a Microsoft update for the container environment. So we'll click update. Status paused until idle. That's kind of what I want it to do right now. But if you have a dedicated rig, you can hit chop now and just let your computer go for it. You can pause it until a set time. And then you can pause it indefinitely if you don't want it to start running, if you've got other things going on your computer that you want to run without Salad taking up compute resources. I'm going to hit pause until idle. That's been my plan the whole time. I want to let this run while I'm not using my computer. So let's just leave that alone. But I will go ahead and hit the update button, and then we'll update this so we can get to start earning some Salad. So that is how easy it is to get set up to run Salad. I want to break down a few things on the website, some more tips for you. Here is your earnings summaries page. Click into earnings summary. This is the page that'll show up. It'll show you your current balance. It'll show you for 24 hours, 1 week, 30 days. It'll show you the machines you've got running. It'll show your earning history and how many rewards you've redeemed. Another important thing I want to show you is Salad Network Monitor. This is where I mentioned earlier, you can get notifications if your graphics card and your system is in high demand. So click get notified to set that up. And then you can scroll through and see what kind of jobs are available if you have multiple different GPUs like I do for like mining and things like that. So you can set yourself up for success, run graphics cards that are in high demand. And this is how you can get ahead when you earn with Salad. And for more optimization tips, I would highly recommend joining Salad's Discord. The invite link to the Discord can be found directly on their website. You can also follow Salad on X for frequent updates. I'll leave a link to the website and their X account in the description of the video. One of the things I love about Salad is that it's easy for the average person to figure out and run successfully. You don't need to be a computer whiz. You don't have to be deeply tech savvy or know how to code. Once you get it up and running, you can just monitor earnings in the dashboard. Another thing that I love is how easy it is to get an idea of how much you can earn with different GPUs at any given time. You can just check out the Salad Network Monitor and look for the setup that matches what you have available to run. Let's talk about some pros and cons to make sure we have some, realistic expectations. So let's start with the pros. As you saw earlier, it's super easy to set up. The interface is easy to understand. It's very user-friendly. I like that you can earn passive income using hardware you already have sitting idle. And there's great potential to earn from old hardware that you might have sitting around if you were ever into GPU crypto mining. There's also readily available and helpful community support in the Salad Discord. Now, here's a few of the cons. Earnings can be somewhat inconsistent at times, depending on market conditions and job availability. That isn't a problem if you're running this as a bonus on your gaming PC, but if you build a dedicated rig for this, it can be disappointing if you hit a dry spell and your rig isn't running jobs and earning. Running any equipment this way will likely increase your electric bill. I'd recommend checking your power consumption with something like a meter box to make sure you're staying profitable. In conclusion, I would say Salad is a solid option for passive income using your PC in 2025. Let me know, have you tried it out? What gear are you running? And how have your earnings been? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about Salad. I hope the video was helpful to you. If it was, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and last but not least, don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good. The greater good.